Arsenal still got a keen interest in Moises Caicedo. Yes, people, welcome back to another Arsenal transfer news video. As always, if you absolutely love being kept up to date with daily Arsenal transfer news vids, this is the place to be. Make sure you subscribe down below on my road to 4,000 subscribers, and importantly, hit the bell notification button so you never miss a future video on this channel. I promise you when I say it's a win-win for both of us. And let me know in the comment section your thoughts on whether you'd like to see Casedo come to Arsenal. Let's not waste any more time. Get straight into the tweet brought today by Sancar Media stating this. Understand that Arsenal have never fully closed the door on Moises Caicedo despite the Chelsea talks, and his source is Football London, a journalism company covering London clubs. Significant exit from Arsenal midfield would likely to be needed to progress the move, but whilst Chelsea failed to agree a fee, the option remains. And it's exactly what I want to hear from Arsenal Football Clubs. I've said this from before. Look, if Thomas Partey is going to leave, fine. It's not what I personally want, but you have to replace him adequately. It's not enough to just let Partey and Xhaka go and bring in Rice as the only midfield replacement. I'm looking at Tchouaméni. I'm looking at Moises Caicedo. And the fact this tweet says Arsenal still interested is perfect news. Now, I understand, I'm going to put this out there, that Chelsea is still in lead for Moises Caicedo. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. I still do believe that Chelsea is the most likely destination for Casedo, but that's only because Arsenal don't want to pursue him. We're a more lucrative option than Chelsea. We can offer Champions League football. We can offer more stability. We'll guarantee him game time. Chelsea probably could as well, but we'll guarantee him game time in a better team. It's no-brainer. We're a bigger club than Chelsea as well. It's a no-brainer to choose Arsenal over Chelsea for Moises Caicedo. The problem is Arsenal just haven't had a concrete interest enough in him to pursue it, because we've been sidetracked looking at Declan Rice, for example. We know we had an interest in January. We submitted two bids, a £60 million bid and a £70 million bid. We were willing to spend £70 million on Moises Caicedo. That is not a player that you think lightly of. That is a player that Arteta values 100%, and knows he would bring a benefit to the team. And the way I look at it is this, yeah? And the tweet made a perfect comment. While Chelsea failed to agree a fee, the option remains. Chelsea are dilly-dallying right now. They're playing with their food a little bit. Casedo, the personal terms, has been agreed with Chelsea. Chelsea want the player. Why is it taking so long? They're dilly-dallying. What does that mean? Other clubs can swoop in. I've heard Liverpool also interested in Moises Caicedo as a potential replacement for Jordan Henderson, since he might be going to Saudi Arabia alongside Fabinho as well for them. So if Liverpool enter the race as well, it could become a three-horse race for Moises Caicedo alongside Arsenal. Now, I do understand we would have to sell players like Thomas Partey first, as well as potentially Balogun, Nketiah, Tierney, Rob Holding, etc. But I do genuinely believe if we sell all these fringe players, the players that aren't going to play a massive part in us trying to win the Premier League or Champions League next season, we could raise the funds to sign a Casedo or Tchouaméni easy. We could raise 100 million from our fringe players. Tierney, that's 30 to 35 million. Many will say they don't want to sell Tierney, but if I told you, if we sell Kieran Tierney, we can sign Moises Caicedo, I'm pretty sure 90% of Arsenal fans will sell Kieran Tierney then. So goodbye, Kieran Tierney. Thank you for the memories. Same with Balogun and Eddie Nketiah. You can get maybe 30 to 40 million for one of them two, if not both. Sell them. Then you've got other players as well. You're looking at Thomas Partey. If he goes, don't want to sell him, but if we can bring in a brilliant option like Moises Caicedo, of course you sell Thomas Partey. That's another 30 to 40 million potentially for him as well. That's almost 100 million raised from those players alone. Then you got the players like Nuno Tavares, Pepe, Lokonga, Cedric, Rob Holding. So you can make 100 million. Bang, that's money to sign Moises Caicedo. For me, that's good business. You replace 4 squad players or 5 squad players that don't really get enough time on the pitch anyway, that won't really be trusted to contribute to a Premier League title winning side or Champions League title, Champions League winning side, and you replace it with a world-class defensive midfielder, and it ends up elevating our team to that even bigger status and even closer to Man City. That's exactly what I want to see Arsenal do. Now, right now, Arsenal's policy on Casedo, it seems to be a little bit lurk in the bushes, lurk in the shadows, peep in, see what's happening. But we've got the perfect opportunity here to do a Mykhailo Mudryk revenge deal. Chelsea, they were lurking in the shadows regarding Mudryk. It was all up to Arsenal. Fabrizio Romano said, it's Arsenal's to lose on Mykhailo Mudryk. We were negotiating on the deal. It was taking 20, 30 days to get the price sorted out. And then just as it seemed we were reaching that boiling point, spending the 90 million on Mudryk, Chelsea swoop in and spend 100 million. Arsenal don't match the deal, and the player goes to West London. It's a complete robbery from Chelsea last second. What would happen now if Arsenal do the same thing for Moises Caicedo? We spent our time getting Rice. We spent our time getting Urian Timber. Got them in the door. Meanwhile, Chelsea was slowly pursuing, crawling over Moises Caicedo. Then out of nowhere, Arsenal come and just swooping and steal Casedo from Chelsea. I would love for that to be a storyline. It'd be the perfect karma, the perfect revenge. Now, a big club like Arsenal can do that. That's what I personally think. Now, I've heard from other sources as well, it's not just this source, that should Arsenal sell Thomas Partey, they will be looking to bring in a top central defensive midfielder. That will be our extra position to bring in. But as of now, we're not seeing much in terms of other incomings. I do genuinely believe, guys, Arsenal will sign more players. That is my honest opinion on it. But I do understand that as of now, we do need to sell certain players first, because we haven't got the capital to spend on other players right now. I mean, there's rumours that Arsenal still haven't registered Rice purely because we didn't have the £33 million liquid to actually process a deal right now and give them that money up front. So if I look at it from that sense, I understand the policy. Sell first, then buy. But the problem is, speed is everything in business. In everything. If you've got a business selling shoes, speed's important. Sell the shoes, sell the shoes, sell the shoes. Get money in the door so you can fulfill orders. That's the same with Arsenal right now. You're looking to sell players, sell quickly. Besiktas gave a 2.5 million offer for Rob Holding. I did a video on that earlier. Arsenal haven't accepted it yet. Why? You're holding up for 5, 6? What if Besiktas don't come back? Then you've just wasted your time. Take the money, move on. Take a good deal, move on. That's my policy for Arsenal Football Club. Pepe, 20 million offer, take it and run. That's what I think we should be doing. So certain players, we don't need to be messing about, arguing over little sums of money. It's negligible if you're arguing over £1 or £2 million. Genuinely, it's negligible in the bigger picture. Take the money, move on. Get the wages off the book, move on. I want to build. You don't need a squad of 25, 30 players. That's a myth. People say you want a squad of 25, 30 players. It's a myth in football. You just need to give us a squad of 18 to 20 really good players. 11 starters and 7 or 8 really adequate substitutions. The likes of Trossard, Yuri and Timber. That might not start, but are really good alternatives. Where if Martinelli's injured or Ben White's injured and them two come into the team, you're not sitting there worried. If anything, you're like, good, let's give them another opportunity in the team. Whereas if Saliba is injured and Rob Holding comes in the team, it's panic stations at Arsenal Football Club amongst the fan base. Do you get what I mean? So you just need to bring in 18 to 20 really good players and have those 7 or 8 replacements ready to go at any moment on standby, basically, to come into the team as super substitutions or to rotate in if someone's having a bad run of form, tired or gets injured. That's what I want to see Arsenal do. And we're getting there bit by bit. And alongside, not many people are covering this, but Man City are weakening alongside. Now, I don't expect Man City to spend money later on in the window and potentially get better. Players like Vardy could come into the team, for example. But as of now, Ilkay Gundogan's gone. That's a massive loss for them. He would have been a humongous player towards the back end of every single season. Turns up massively. Kyle Walker on his way to Bayern Munich potentially. He's another massive player for them. I know he wasn't starting many games last season towards the back end. Pep Guardiola was reverting to that like back 4 with 4 centre-backs. But still, Kyle Walker's a brilliant defender. He looked at Vinicius Jr. in that second leg. Really fast defender as well. So he could be a big miss for Man City. So if looking from that sense, if you're Arsenal Football Club, let's get involved and let's keep pushing the agenda. For me, so far, we've had the best window of any Premier League side. We've got to keep going in that sense. We've got to keep going in that vein and push forward and make more signings. And someone like Moises Caicedo will be the perfect signing for Arsenal Football Club. I've called it from the start of the window. I want to see Caicedo. Can Arsenal fulfill my wishes? I just hope so. I just hope so. I appreciate you guys all for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like down below so it gets out to more people on the algorithm. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Please do let me know, A, whether you want to see Caicedo come to Arsenal or would you prefer Tchouaméni, for example? And B, do you think this deal will happen? Do you think Arsenal will be able to get another defensive midfielder, or do you think Arsenal will not sell Thomas Partey? And if you're new around here and you love Arsenal transfer news videos daily, I promise you when I say this is the place for you, make sure you subscribe down below on my road to 4,000 subscribers and hit the bell notification button so you never miss a future video on this channel. I've been Wonderful, but I appreciate you guys all for tuning into this one, and I hope to catch you all in my next video. Take care.